just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
A give to Gibson running right.
Pushing through the contact. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll try to throw now. Winston.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On play action, Winston. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. Broken tackle. He won't go down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They go play action. Winston. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Check 55. Check 55.
Play fake. Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
He can't get it, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Chris Barnes coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
After a one-point game, 7-6.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. operating from the red zone now. Mahomes. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, one play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Winston now to throw on first down. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Michael Dana. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action now. Winston slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a...
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Bulldozes past him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 109 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
56. Mike, 56.
Now Gibson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Working with a 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this, because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Butker's kick here is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for KC.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 2.
Check. Hey, check right. Watch it, easy. Some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike, 5.
Gibson again. It's a first down and more for Gibson. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 148 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff running left is Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Four yards remain for second down. Running left is Dillon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 7-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington has retaken the lead. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for KC. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Washington 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Off the play fake, Winston. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Give me some. Check 26, check 26. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On first down, Gibson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9.
55 is mine, guys. 55. I'm coming. Slam. Hey.
Once more, Gibson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Wait. Check. Lucky.
Here's a give to Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Winston to throw for it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They go play action. Now Mahomes buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Here's Winston. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Rolling to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second and 8. Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, Gibson escapes the defender. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. A carry for Gibson. And shedding through the tackle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And right now, it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.